What is up, my lovely people in BluCranium land? So about 2 weeks ago, guys, I showed y'all 6 illustrations that I'd done. So I figured I'd show y'all another 6 more that I'd done. And these were done from the period, I believe, from 2019 coming up to about 2024 and then mid of 2025. So in this one, you can see I kind of started out as this was like one of the first ones I ever did. And I kind of started out with this skeleton over here in the center of the page. And then I kind of wanted to almost give it like a underground, well, not underground, kind of like an underwater kind of a look. And kind of almost like as if he was escaping from the wreckage, I guess, of the ship or something that he was on. And then I kind of drew like these tentacles, kind of like, holding them down. And then done this little guy over here on the top that's kind of like, kind of like showing the direction of the ocean, or I guess east and west. And then I kind of did a little girl, I guess, peeking out over here. And then over here was a little fellow that's kind of coming out of this ship, kind of the, what do you call it? The wreckage. And then I did a few more over here. And it almost has like a doodle kind of a theme to it, which is kind of what I was doing prior to doing my old skeleton art. So that's number 1. Now on to number 2. I don't know why that always makes me laugh when I say number 2. Silly me. So here we have like a mid-body torso of the skeleton, and I kind of drew him first, and then this stuff all around it, I kind of just added it to fill up the page, and you can tell it was not really well thought out. And then I kind of added these black kind of veiny looking things kind of like coming out from behind it. It almost looks like spilt oil. And then for the base over here, I kind of wanted to give like some sort of a rock look, and it kind of came out like rocks. And then I feel I messed up in this area, because the background in this area kind of over here has like the same kind of a look. So that was that one. Then number 3. This is kind of a really cool one that I really enjoyed doing, where I obviously kind of drew the skeleton, and I kind of wanted to emphasize like, the use of cell phones. And obviously, you can't really pay attention to looking at your cell phone and driving along, which is kind of why I kind of showed like, some sort of wreckage where you have like these nuts or these abstract nuts and bolts kind of coming apart from vehicles that may have had a collision of some sort. Then I kind of just added some more down here, and then I kind of got really detailed with these lines all over. And in this one, I kind of wanted to try out illustrating hair. And you can see how I started it up from here, but then I quickly realized it kind of blends into the entire illustration. So you can't really tell a whole lot, but as long as I'm showing you, you can kind of tell where it's at. So this was that. And now number, what is it? 4. I kind of piggybacked off that one I just showed you, and then just kind of did a bigger version. And again, I kind of messed it up by doing this background over here. And I kind of liked how the hair came out. And what I wanted to do is, you see these little black kind of shadowy areas that are around it. I kind of wanted to illustrate as if the character was kind of standing in some sort of a cave. And then this, I kind of wanted to do the same look, but then I figured I was like, let me keep it bright up here. That way she or he doesn't kind of get completely lost into the illustration. But I kind of like how the hair came out over here, and had fun doing the swirls and like, the lights and shadows to kind of show hair. Sorry about that, my wonderful cough. Now for this one over here, which is number, I believe, 5, what I did was I just kind of randomly drew small to mid-sized circles with pencil first, all over the page. And then I kind of just started with this skull over here. And then I kind of like just built off around it, almost like a doodle, but just with different skulls in different directions. Kind of had them with eyeballs, kind of had like that nice surprised look. But what I enjoyed most about this one is showing, like, you know, the lights and darks in the whole piece, like, you know, and then you have kind of added these leaves over here. And then I kind of also started doing this stippling kind of effect, which I think I did it in my last one. And this one was, I believe, done in 2025. I actually kept them all blank first without any shading, and then I kind of came back and then just kind of wanted to experiment and see how I do with it. And I kind of like how it got that nice textured look to it, and then I kind of gave like these swirly swirls at the end, kind of like to signify, like, you know, like waves or some sort of wind kind of blowing through the piece. And then we have number 6. So in this one, you can see it's pretty obvious. Got a huge, giant looking skull. Kind of did some eyeballs looking as skulls. And then what I wanted to do is obviously kind of like, you know, tie off to that piece what I just did and showed you with the doodle look. Have all these skulls at the very bottom. And then I kind of like did these bricks over here to kind of signify, like, you know, like as if there were like these imaginary bricks kind of like, you know, just fallen over the skull. But as you can see, like, you know, it kind of blends in. I figured, like, you know, doing these skulls on the top kind of have some sort of difference. But all in all, I mean, like, you know, these illustrations are really fun and I enjoyed doing them. I mean, yeah, not all of them I do record. This is just done while I'm not recording and, like, you know, just listening to my music or watching a movie or something, and you're just drawing and having fun. But all in all, I just wanted to show it to you guys and, you know, show y'all, like, you know, it's not just about the digital art. I kind of also do my traditional art on the side, and yeah, just enjoy and have fun. But with that being said, I guess let's go ahead and wrap this video up by saying, keep creating, keep drawing. I will see you guys down the road or on the other side. Bye for now.